Screaming Demons RC Sdrc in the shop today. We've got a review to do for the VITAVON bulkhead and diff casing right here. This is for all, I believe, all Arrma 6S line. Typhon, Creighton, Italian, Notorious, you name it. There's a few more. They all take this bulkhead here, and I'm pretty sure they're all the same. I ordered 2 of them. I got one for my Typhon, which is right here. It's all in pieces because I'm doing a rebuild on it. Got a bunch of new parts. And then one for my Creighton, which is in the back room there. So I'll be doing another review for that and install for that. Same kind of deal, but it'll just be for a different vehicle. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, I've already pulled apart the whole front end of my Typhon here, you can see. And I'm just getting ready to put the new, or the old, sorry, used diff into... I'm not changing the fluid because I did the fluid not long ago. This is a brand new diff, and I just did the fluid. It was like a month ago before I blew it up, pretty much, you know, six uses or something. So I'm just going to run it a few more times and, you know, probably do some bearing maintenance, and then I'll redo the diff fluid. So I'm just going to put it in here. They come with bearings. You can see there's a bearing in the end. My camera's hopefully getting that good. Problem with this camera focusing. And if I could pop this open, have I taken all the screws out? Yes, I did take all the screws out. Perfect. And so I take that, pop it open, and it comes with the inner bearing you can see in there. So they are rubber sealed bearings. So as always, I will pop the one seal out of each side, or one bearing. I'll pop a seal out on each side and repack them with grease. And I don't just use any grease, but we use here in the shop, the Sdrc shop, we use the Sdrc lube tubes, easy bearing lube. And yeah, that'll be on the market here eventually. Right now it's just amongst the crew and myself at the shop. So I will pack the bearings with that before I install the diff. And like I said, I've done these recently, so I'm not going to be worried about that for now. And I'll show you what it looks like when I get this diff all put in, or put back together here anyway. All right, I've got the diff put in there, the complete diff put in. A couple things I wanted to mention was, first off, the bearings that came into the casing, the VITAVON casing, they were decent quality. I opened them up. They had quite a bit of grease in there. Looked decent quality grease too, so I filled them, packed them full of Sdrc grease, and here it is again. The lube tubes, packed them full of that, sealed them back up, put them in. The diff here, this was a new diff I had just gotten, a fully assembled new diff. It had 2 shims in this side of the bearing right here. Try and get in there a bit more. It had 2 shims on this side of the bearing. I took them out. Here they are right here in my parts tray, you can see. I took those out because this casing from VITAVON is so well machined. The tolerances, you don't need the shims. There's no space in there for the shims. So, which to me is a good thing. I mean, who wants to have shims to lose, to buy, to, I mean... shims to me just shows it's not designed, you know, high enough quality. In my mind, anyway. So, kudos to VITAVON for that. That's really nice. Sorry, get the camera back up here. That's a really nice feature that doesn't need to be shimmed like that. And on the back here, I've already installed my Team Losi. Oh, try and get the camera on there again. Come on there, bud. On there, I've already assembled. Oh, just installed. Sorry. 2 screws, all that took. That's a billet 70-75 aluminum suspension pin keeper, basically. And it looks beautiful on there, the quality. I mean, it doesn't match the silver aluminum look of the casing, but you know what? I'm going to have quite a few pieces that will be this gold kind of, I guess it would be a gold look to it. It looks really nice, that Team Losi stuff. That's on the Typhon that's done by Team Losi, Team TLR Racing. went in with Arrma and built a nice edition of the Typhon 6S, and it has all those nice parts on it. I have a few more over here. I just installed the standoffs for the shocks on the front. You can see the TLR logo there. And this is again 7075 aluminum. Okay, we're getting off track. We're talking about something else. Let's get back to this VITAVON bulkhead. So I'm just going to stick the casing, the cover on here. Sorry, I'm going to stick the cover on here, and we will get it installed here, and I'll show you what it's like. All right, I've got this Arrma Typhon all back together. We've got the VITAVON front bulkhead in, the aluminum bulkhead. Billet aluminum bulkhead. It's a beautiful piece. There it is right there, center screen. And I've also got the TLR Losi Racing, Team Losi Racing, sorry. Scatterbrained this morning. Team Losi Racing, front shock tower and rear shock tower. We also got the pivot pin on the suspension arms, the pivot pins. Oh, right down there. The gold pieces right in, oh, where's my finger? There it is, right in there. Got the, oh, where? Right there. Sorry, getting in the light. I've got those in there, and I've got the backs. Well, let's take off the body here. Look underneath. I've also got the top pivot pin for the suspension arm. The brace here that it goes into, the pin screws into that. Actually, it doesn't screw into that. It's just a pin now. I forgot. It's been about a month since I actually worked on this, and I just got back out to shoot the conclusion to this video. I wanted to give you guys one final look at it, what it was like when it was all back together. So here it is, and like I said, I got it in the back too. You can just see them down there, center screen, that gold piece. It's actually more like a titanium color. And there at the back also, that's the TLR pieces and the shock tower in there, the rear shock tower. Everything fit good. You do have to have the complete set for these pivot pin retainers. You have to have the fronts, and well, the front or the rear and the front on this one. It's a matching set, and same at the front. You have to have the shock tower and the piece right here, because they all fit together. You can't use the stock Arrma components with these. You can't mix and match. You got to go one or the other. And these TLR ones are definitely a lot nicer. You can see right down there, TLR Racing on it. Beautiful pieces. I've already bashed them once over at the Funk Factory. They worked really good. Quite happy with it all. And yeah, I'll give you guys more input as I bash this thing more and let you know. I bashed her a couple good hard crashes over at the Funk Factory, and it's a hard packed track, and I didn't bend the shock towers at all, which is great because I was hoping they'd be a little stronger than the stock ones that are stamped aluminum, and they're not very strong at all. I bent them several times. Alright, well, I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and throw me a like. Leave any comments about what you've done to your Typhon or what you'd like to see on the channel coming up, and we'll get back to you then. Screaming Demons RC, Sdrc, we're out.